Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm just going to start channeling because there's already messages coming to my head as I forgot to put my jewels on, my very protective jewels. I'm getting this song, Apparitions by Matthew Good. He has been playing in my head like daily. There's 3 or 4 songs. Actually, no, Weapon was playing in my head last night. Now Apparitions. I don't know if some of y'all are seeing dead people. Here we go. Okay. Whew. I was going to take the day off, but then I was like, what's a day off? I don't even know what that means anymore. Does God take a day off? Nope. So why the hell should I? What's that saying? If bad people don't take a day off, I don't take a day off. Okay, what are we going to start with? Spirit, guide me. All right, let's do the dice first. Are you going to... I'm sorry if the camera is moving around. It's... Stop moving around. There we go. Okay. Virgo. No. Yes. Virgo that then switched to Libra. Jupiter, Saturn, and the 12th house. Woof. I'm all tongue-tied today. I haven't really been talking very much today, so... Yeah, I've been saving my tongue. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's Saturn. Sorry, that's... Okay. Woof. Thank God I have my cheat sheets. I can't handle this today. Saturn energy, realities, Capricorn energy, 12th house, imprisonment. I almost want to say this is like false imprisonment. No need to even look at the sheets anymore. False imprisonment is exactly what I'm getting. All right, you know these are general messages, so only take what resonates and discard what doesn't resonate. Because then it was Virgo hiding in jail. Somebody hiding you. Now I'm almost getting like Man in the Iron Mask. Philippe. Hidden away. As I say, hidden away, I look at stay away. And then I just heard stow away. Okay. Chain reaction. Heavy weight on the shoulders. Heavy blockages. Heavy twice. Third house communication. An attack on your character. An attack on your character. This third house of communication was in reverse, so I'm thinking somebody lied and they wanted to block you up in something, and they put this weight on your shoulders, and they told everybody that you were aggressive and to stay away from you and to back away, that you were some loose cannon that was going to go crazy on everybody. And once people started going with that, it was like a chain reaction. everybody started going with that, right? It's like one person said it, and it was like, it gave all these other people the right to not only think it in the back of their minds, but now they can say it. It's like everybody thought the same thing about you, but then it took one person to say it. And then because one person said it, suddenly they were all like, well, it has to be true because we were all thinking it. Okay, so that's how we base information off of now, is if everybody thinks it, that's what makes it the truth? Wow. By popular demand, apparently, we're just all allowed to lie. Okay, what's this Saturn energy, please? Pride. I can feel them fucking with me. Oh, that's demons. DMX. No fixing this. There's the Libra energy. 12th house again. Wanting this to be in reverse. Damn, somebody just really wanted to have the last laugh with your life. And they did something to block you. This person was so prideful. They did something to block you. And it worked. And like, I don't know, there seems to be some type of hair now that's gone into my right eye, which was not there before. So I don't even think it's really there. I think it's just to show that like somebody has now, I feel like you've now been seen. Someone's seen you, right? They can't keep somebody locked up behind bars. Like they can keep them there if nobody knows that they're there. But once everybody finds out that they're there, how do you expect to keep somebody locked away? I mean, all it takes is one person to ask questions. And then this false imprisonment goes away. Temperance in reverse, negotiation. Ooh. Page of Cups in reverse, fun and socializing. They didn't want you. What the fuck is this? Okay, so the sun just showed up in reverse. Then the Knight of Cups, the Page of Cups in reverse, and then the 8 of Cups. That to me seems to think that people just didn't want to see the good. They just wanted to focus on the bad, and so they did. And they didn't want you out and socializing with them anymore. They wanted you to leave and never come back. So they falsely imprisonated you so you couldn't go out on Friday nights? Like there was some type of property ban. You were they did like a property banishment. Which like, I'm trying to figure out how the fuck. But then it came to me pretty quick how you would do that. I'm not going to say it. Because I'm not going to give anybody ideas on how to keep people away from you. Ace of Cups or Ace of Pentacles in reverse out of the middle of the deck. They paid for this to get done. So you see, some people, they don't have what it takes to be witches and magicians. They have to pay other people to do their dirty work for them. So this person took money out of their own pocket to do a barrier spell. So then you didn't go out Friday and Saturday nights. Are we for reals? Like, am I saying this right? I need my own affirmation because that just sounds fucked. But like, I'm not people. Listen to your intuition. Is that you, Danny? Danny, are you 100%ing? And you're just not saying anything yet? Listen to your intuition. I do not like this. We have 2 fire signs here too. Unlikely, let go. They just wanted you to let go. They really put it on you that you weren't to be around. You weren't to be seen. They took the bonds away from you. They took the friendships away from you. They put the boundaries up and casted you out quick. I'm getting the song Demons in my head by MGK and DMX. The demons are fucking with them. And then it talks about basically, fine, you want me to be a certain way, then I'm going to be that way. And I'm going to make you see it, and I'm going to make you eat it, and I'm going to make it fucking so obvious in your face. You're going to fucking want to die. And whatever this person did, if they got somebody put up some type of barrier spell on you or some shit like that, so you couldn't go out, so you couldn't have friends. This person is full of rage that now, because they would have had to say something like, people would have had to see you a certain way. They would have had to be like, it's all illusions, which is obviously this 12th house. Huh. This is scary. All right, no need to worry. Okay, so, clearly the universe has your back, which is why this is coming out now. Anxiety. Yeah, see, your anxiety would have picked up when you went out. You would have got anxiety everywhere. You would have felt like you weren't allowed in places and that people were looking at you and staring at you and wanting to hurt you, and all these different paranoid thoughts would come through your head when you're out in public, and that's to do with this fucking witchcraft. King of Swords in reverse. Yeah, obviously. 3 of Swords in reverse. Hangman in reverse. Ace of Wands upright. 4 of Swords upright. 9 of Pentacles upright. So after this new beginning comes through, it seems like you can rest assured that all your material assets are coming back. So this person, whatever. Okay, so like if you moved to a town and then suddenly the town you felt had turned against you and you couldn't get a job and you couldn't make money, and then you start getting anxiety when you're out, like someone's going to see you or something's going to happen or your vehicle's going to get taken or you're going to get robbed or vandalized. That's a part of whatever this person did to make you go away. They didn't want you around anymore. They just didn't want to see you. They don't realize that a simple little "I don't want to see you" spell turned into this like curse that now they have to absorb, because that energy has to go somewhere. Okay, so the Hangman, this is the sacrifice. See, whatever it is they did, because they sat there and they did nothing and they had somebody else do it, they think that they're going to get away with it. They think like, oh, well, I didn't put the spell up. I just paid somebody to do it. It doesn't have anything. I didn't do anything. Yeah, you fucking did. You ever heard of a case where somebody goes and plans a murder, and just because they don't do it, hello, you planned it. You fucking, you put it into action. You cultivated it, right? Therefore, it doesn't matter if you didn't go out and do it. You're the mastermind behind the entire fucking project. I'm pretty sure the mastermind, aka the brain of the situation, goes to jail too. Okay, not just the foot patrol people. Okay, so this King of Swords, I'm guessing this is the person in reverse that lied to you because of this heartbreak, betrayal. Now I'm getting Bon Jovi. Shot through the heart and you're to blame. Darling, you give love a bad name? What the fuck? These people are so dramatic. That's so dramatic. So they're going to say that they did something to you because you hurt their heart. You shot them in the heart twice. Give me a break. Give me a fucking break. It's called grow up. Take the shots. Rest. Heal yourself. And set it up to the universe. Let the universe know what happened. And let the universe deal with it. You don't go out fucking with your little BB gun trying to shoot people down because you don't like them. What the fuck? And you don't go put out spells because you don't want to see somebody on a Friday night. Like, grow up. Why don't you stay home on a Friday night? You can't see somebody, you stay home. Okay, so somebody is now, I think the whole point of this is to say that somebody is getting out of prison. Okay, this spell, this boundary thing that was put up is done. You're getting this whole new start. Okay, and like if you've had a lot of anxiety, especially if like your hair is turned white because of this stress, you know, this is that witchcraft. This is all that what that person has to take back now, right? The person who put it up and the person who paid for it. They have to pay for what you just went through, right? So they're gonna pay 3 times on this. They paid for it to happen. Okay, awesome. But now they're gonna pay for the backlash. Okay, then they're gonna pay when they get upstairs. They're gonna pay 3 times on this shit. You can't just hurt people. I mean, there's fucking laws, there's rules against this shit. You're supposed to know better, right? Attack on your character. Again, when somebody just didn't fucking like you, they don't like the way you look. Let me guess, you're too pretty for them, you're too hot for them, you're too good looking for them. Right? Did you call them ugly in some way and, you know, they just shaved their mustache for you? Like, I mean, honestly, like, who knows what people just decide to take out on you because of this? It's always their fucking pride. Like, lay in bed, pop some pills a little bit more, and look in the mirror and tell everybody how beautiful you fucking are. Some people, they just want to hear how pretty they are. I'm so pretty. I'm so pretty. Life is just about all me being pretty, and I'm so pretty, and I shouldn't suffer because I'm pretty. Oh my fucking fuck. It's so exhausting with these bitches. And I use the word bitches very loosely because it's men too. Men are biatches. Too worried about their hair products and how they look in the mirror before they go to their mechanic job. Put a fucking hat on and quit being a Lucy. I do not like that somebody imprisoned you because of the way you looked or made them feel. I'm glad you caught me live too. Like, it is like, since when do you pay for how somebody else feels? I mean, honestly, take responsibility for your feelings. Don't make people pay because you don't like them or you are mad at them or you love them. That's nice. Deal with your feelings, people. And like, we've got to do tarot card readings because people can't deal with their feelings and tell you how they feel. They can't be honest with you. They have to backstab you. And they got to start some war with you. And they got to call a witch on your behalf. Like, give me a fucking break. And then they're just going to say that you did it all. It's all because of you. Okay. Nothing like putting out black magic and then blaming everybody else for it. I mean, that's a true witch. You know what I mean? Like, that's a true gangsta. You can't even take responsibility for what you're doing? Wow. How mature of you. Oh my God. I fucking dated this guy once. I think he was 45 years old, 46 years old. He'd been married for 20 years. I thought he was so mature. I thought, now I'm really getting with a man. Like, this is going to be a man. I finally get a man. He was like the biggest bitch in the entire world. And I'm like, yeah, that's why you were married for 20 years. Because your fucking wife took care of everything. Took care of you, did your laundry, wiped your little bum when it was dirty, cleaned up your mess for you. Oh, man. I swear, don't date people who were in relationships for a really long time, because that could be the worst situation of your life, because they're so codependent and they're so needy and so clingy. Oh, you got to go for people that have been swimming around solo for a while, got used to the water, acclimated their lungs in different pressure and temperatures. Not somebody that just hid in a relationship for 20 years and now, got broken up with and wants to find another relationship to go hide under for another 20 years. Those are the bad people. Okay, next reading. Take what resonates and discard the rest. Send your questions in telepathically. We already got spirit in receiving mode for everybody, so send those telepathic questions in. Oh, I just realized so many of my flowers died. Something is dying. I can feel it. I've been singing this, singing a lot of songs about death recently. So I don't know what that's about. All right, The Shining, Rosemary's Baby, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Okay, so my sister had this vision last night in her dreams. And what up, Sarah? And I'm pretty sure this is the message. Sometimes her dreams come through the messages. So this is what I'm getting out of this, okay? Because we have dinner, we have neighbors, which is like peeping Toms, okay? And then twins, shining, telepathy, seeing things, okay? Hearing things, schizophrenia, okay? So walk with me here. My sister had a vision of, because we just went through Christmas, these people were sitting, opening up gifts, and somebody, so I believe it's a brother and a sister, and the sister is watching the brother with his girlfriend, and they're like in their 30s. They're not children or anything, okay? And the sister sees something at the dinner that really makes her question what she's seeing, feeling, hearing, sensing, because she thought her brother was in a really good relationship until all of a sudden she sees this chick just because, okay, so her brother in the simulation that my sister sees, her brother, like I said, they're all opening up Christmas presents. It seems like a very nice energy, but then he becomes very stern about something, and he puts his foot down and he stands up and he says no about something. And his girlfriend, okay, so the guy's sister's watching everything. This guy's girlfriend suddenly just completely disrespects him, just starts laughing in his face, like putting his foot down means nothing, and he's nothing, and you're nothing, and you're nobody. And that's where the sister is like, oh, no. What did you just do to my brother? Right? Because obviously this family is a very tight-knit community. Okay. They respect each other. The analogy of the family that my sister was seeing in her dream, I actually know. Very respectful people. Okay. They please and thank you, and very humble and very welcoming, and just a very, not even upper class. They're not upper class. They're not rich. They're just fucking respectful. They just were raised right, good, proper people nobody steps on any toes. Nobody's ignorant. Nobody thinks they're too good for anybody. It's just very enlightening people. Okay. So the fact that they notice suddenly this woman who's been in their family now for a while because they've been dating for a while. Now, why are they a different person now? Right? Why are you seeing them as a different person? And that's because the veil is off. Okay? And I do believe that we have these events kind of scattered all over the year, almost as check-ins. Right? Because they're family gatherings, which means everybody in the family kind of has to get together and check in, right? that's a good time to suddenly evaluate who and what is around you. Because you can sit there for a second and it's no conversations over the phone or text messages, right? It's real life shit in front of you. You see something, you fucking say something. Okay? So I think that's her dream coming true right there. Midnight. See? Somebody changed. They weren't this nice little furry creature anymore. They were this demon, inflicting like serious destruction on everybody and everything that they see. And what usually does that? Alcohol. Right? Alcohol changes people. It alters people. They'd be right in front of you and suddenly change into a different person. And it's alcohol inflicted. Okay? So I feel like somebody's true colors are really going to shine. Like now I'm looking at the cycle there in the corner, right? When he changed, she noticed. His wife knew that he was suddenly more irritable, more agitated, didn't want to hang out with Danny, didn't want to talk to anybody, right? Was so wrapped up in what he was doing, it kind of seems like the person who gets eliminated from the situation, right, is slowly segregating themselves already. And everybody's kind of going like, uh-oh, I don't really like what this person's turning into, right? But if you're all by yourself and this person's turning into Jekyll and Hyde, you don't fucking know, that's one thing. But then suddenly you get a group of people who are on your side, like your family, people are going to say something. If they love you and they respect you, they're going to say something about the piece of trash that you just walked in the house with that can't stop disrespecting you. From a family of respectful people, I'm telling you, they're going to notice a change if you can't. Okay, they're going to notice increased drinking, increased agitation, increased aggression, increased name calling, bad mouthing, trash mouthing, right? Everything is negative. Nothing is positive anymore. And that's because I think somebody is supposed to break up. Like there so many people, because of what happened 5 years ago, and the lockdowns that happened, so many people got scared and they jumped into relationships and they had babies and they did things because they didn't know what was going to happen, right? And now they got to undo all that. And they can't undo it. You can't undo a child's life. You can't undo a marriage. You can't just make a house disappear, right? You have to now live through the consequences of what you just did, and the lengths that you went to because you didn't trust that the universe had something better for you, that you had to live through this alone, right? That you had to go through something alone because your partners were going to turn on you. People were going to turn on you, right? That's why I'm saying, like, people who have been in relationships their whole life that just tend to jump from one to another are very scary to be with because they're so codependent that they will leech on you like a fucking succubus and never let you go and tell you that that's love. That is not love. People who can't be alone shouldn't be trusted in relationships because the second you veer off a little bit, they're going to find somebody else to hang out with because you're replaceable to them because all they need is a lap. Okay, all they need is somebody to put their head down on and cry to and fuck and make all their little worries disappear when they can't do that for themselves. Like, right? But when people are alone and they've lived alone and they've experienced things alone, they're no longer codependent, which means if you want to be with them, you got to ride or die with them. You can't leech onto them. They're not going to carry you around, right? They're not a fucking ambulance or a wambulance, right? This isn't a bench to escort you around to make sure that nothing in life happens to you, right? No, no, no. So I kind of feel like somebody's true colors are shining, and it's shining quite bright. And actually, I am getting this brother-sister vibe, and those are two sisters. So just remember that. Okay, that there is this vibe that somebody's sister, somebody's brother is going to notice that something's not right with their spouse, that something's not right with who they just walked in the house with, or what, you know, I mean, this is an analogy, okay? Like, so, like, what's going on with your kid? What's going on with you? Why is this person different? Why are you not saying anything? Why do you look like a battered woman syndrome? Like, what the fuck is going on, right? You have that. If you want to do check-ins and you want to go hang out with your family, then fucking do the right thing. Do your check-ins. Ask the right questions. Make sure your family's okay. It doesn't matter. Oh man, listen to the song Bad Guy by Eminem. Okay? You never called to ask me how I'm doing. It doesn't matter how much money somebody has. Okay? To call somebody up and ask them how they're doing doesn't cost a thing. Unless you're long distance, then you're paying a bill. Who the fuck cares? A bill doesn't, it's not classified as family. Bills don't exist when it comes to family. Those are things that you're supposed to just be willing to pay for because it's your family, right? You want to do your due diligence as a fucking family member, then do it. Don't just say that you're doing something and really you're fucking not. You just want to be the belle of the ball. You just want to have the best pasta in town. You just want to have the nicest house. Well, that doesn't constitute what a family is. If you're not doing the right duties in a family, you're going to lose that family, or that family's going to be so fucking fake that you're going to be on the side of the road needing help, and not one of them is going to come to your rescue because this so-called family that you think you really have is just people standing there. That's all it is. With all your last name. They just have the same last name. Doesn't mean anything. Family members can be more strangers than your neighbors. Because your family is the one with all the skeletons, all the shit in the closet they don't want anybody to know about. Okay, you're not supposed to uncover it because you're family and you respect them. You're supposed to keep your mouth shut. You're not supposed to be digging in people's closets and trying to figure out what happened, even if it had something to do with you. You got to keep your mouth shut because it has something to do with them too. Okay, so whoever is creeping, okay, best believe they're creeping because they want some fucking information about something. Because if somebody's being beaten, if Aunt Cheryl is being beaten and all the bruises are underneath her shirt, somebody needs to look under Aunt, whatever I just said, fucking Susan? Is that what I said? Somebody needs to look under her shirt. Okay? Get imaginative here. How could you look under somebody's shirt? Well, start by spilling something on them. Okay? And helping them change. Okay? Or, I don't know, get creative. Play Twister. Okay? Get them fucking head down, ass up. Okay? Like, do your fucking job as a family member. Or don't be one. Okay, nobody likes that bitch-ass family member that finds out everything and just sits there all quiet. Okay, no. Families are not there to be your friends. Just like your parents, you're not there to be friends. You're there to be supportive. You're there to be the fucking doc. You're there to be the rock. You're there to fucking hold that family up. Not be some little bitch that hides everybody's secrets and fucking lets everybody fuck around. That's not what families are. But, I mean, everybody's got their different interpretations. You know what I mean? I'm not going to judge. I'm just going to say how the fucking reading wants to go, okay? Here's it. Trickster energy. I do feel like somebody's trying to intimidate somebody. I mean, what does it do? It turns himself into, he feeds off of your vulnerability. He feeds off of your fear. He feeds off of your age. He feeds off of your sexuality, right? He feeds off of your love. He feeds off of your cravings, your greed. I mean, what doesn't it feed off of? It becomes anything it wants to be that takes over you, right? It is an analogy. So say this person, who's abusive, is trying to tell you, you talk too loud. You dress too slutty, right? You're not perfect. You need to not do this. You need to not do that. You need to change yourself. People don't like you. I don't like you. Blah, blah, blah. Maybe it's something like that, trying to trick you into changing yourself and not being who you really are, right? Being who they want you to be. Again, your family is going to fucking find out about that shit. Your family is going to be the ones that tell you the truth. And that's why families tell you the truth, because it's a hard pill to swallow. And you might yell and scream and throw something in the family house. But guess what? You're family. And we forgive you. And we know that we have to do the dirty jobs. Like, okay, for years, like, I mean, I still have to do it. Obviously, she's my sister, but like, I mean, I have to be brutally honest with my sister, because nobody ever really was. Okay, so if I want her to become a better person, because I know she can be, same with me, if I want to become a better person, right? When we have to coach each other, we have to help each other become better people, not, you know, shit on somebody and make fun of them and talk about how, you know, imperfect they are and blah blah blah. That's not going to make somebody perfect. That's not going to make somebody become something for you, right? You work at it, you help them. Hey, by the way, you know, when you reacted to that, that was kind of shitty, you know, because I can tell her these things because she's my fucking sister. Like, if I can't be brutally honest with her, right, in the most constructive ways, then who the fuck can be? Because I'm going to be the only one she listens to, right? So over the last, you know, like 5 or 6 years that we've been living together, my brutally honest moments are turning into a lot better than what they used to be. It used to be like a fuck you, you know, like she would spit and fucking flick a smoke. Never, not at me or anything, but it was hard for her to take that pill, you know, like nobody wants to find out that they suck at something and that they need to get better, right? But that's the whole thing about sucking at something, is you only can get better if you really care, right? That's a part of not doing well at something. So to coach yourself to become a better person is a lot better than somebody just completely disrespecting you and hoping that that abuse will keep you the person that they want you to be. But you're not. So are you fooling them or are you fooling yourself? Right? Because it kind of seems like a full of shit statement. So, and then Warriors on the top, and it wanted me to take it because I feel like this is how somebody's going to end up, you know, because in this, I don't know what movie this is, Evil Dead, where he's in the cabin in the woods and his girlfriend dies. It's like this power in the woods that changes people into zombies. I don't know. I forget what this movie's called, but anyways, this is the analogy of like, you got to fight back, right? Because these people, like whoever this person is, it's changing you. They want you to become this nasty person, right? This person that is slowly losing their mind. But you're not. You're not that person. And you're not going to become what they want you to become just because they want it. Like, that's nice. Animal instincts and curse. See, your animal instincts are kicking in that I think you kind of realize that this person has picked up something along the way. Like, people pick up demons. They do. They pick up friends, okay, from different places, bars, you know, recreational centers, anywhere that people wine and dine, so do demons. Okay. And I feel like this person, you know, picked up a friend and they're changing. They're changing into something nasty. And they want to spread it. They want everybody to be nasty. Okay. And this is something that somebody doesn't want to be. They don't want to be in this relationship where they're being disrespected. They don't want to act like they're okay when they're not, right? They want their family to say something so then they finally realize what they're doing, that this person has changed on them. They're not the same. And they're battling one another, right? Because he wants to stay normal, but she wants him to become dead. Right? That's the thing. Like, that's the fight with relationships. When they're dying, and when two people are changing, and well, if one person is changing, that other one will feel that. And if they don't want to elevate with that change and become better, then they're going to lose that partner. So they have to try all these things to keep them with them, holding on to them for dear life, trying to change them back, right? Like when people pick up healthy behaviors, you'll notice other people go like, ew, that's new. Like, suddenly you're drinking water all of a sudden and you're not smoking and you're not drinking anymore, right? Yeah, I got some good habits going on right now. Is that so bad? Ew, gross, right? You need to be drinking with us. You want to hang out with us. You know, we do Tuesday nights at Taco Beef Betty's and we have margaritas. And if you're not there, then what the fuck? You're not friends with us anymore. Well, I guess you're not going to have any friends. You know, like when you better yourself and you notice, hey, so people are pretty fucked up. I don't really know what's going on with everybody. That's when you notice you are now different. And there's no going back. Don't try to go back. Okay? Honestly, I mean, I think once you open up your third eye, you can't close it. Okay? It's like the cat in the bag. Once the cat comes out of the bag, the only way you're going to get that fucking thing back in the bag is if you seriously, like, either euthanize it or put it out. You're going to have to give it some serious medication to get it to go back into that bag. So you think that once your third eye opens that you can just close it and go back to normal? You're going to need some serious medication to just close it and go back to normal. Okay? Because that doesn't happen. It just doesn't close and suddenly the world is just this little place that you used to live in when you were a kid. It's different. It's changing. It's never going to be the same. What you thought as a kid is not, and that's, you should want to uncover the fact that this place is a nightmare and full of bullshit and fucking plastic. Okay. You should want to know that. So then you live better and enjoy it more and don't sit there thinking that you're living in a world that really wants you to succeed when really it wants to burn down. Okay. Along with this person. Escape and friendship. See, everybody attacks Frankenstein. Everybody goes against him all of a sudden. And that's the thing, is I feel like that's going to be this partner, like all the townspeople are going to go against them, right? They're going to try to burn them out. They're going to try to, smoke them out because somebody can't get rid of something because they think that, some people think that, the relationships that they're in, they're like, well, we're friends. It's a good friendship. It's a good relationship for us. Okay. But you can also go find another friend at the park if that's where you want to go with this. Okay. Oh, they're my friend. Are they? Are they though? Because I don't really think they're your friend when they're trying to fuck you over and disrespect you in your face with all your family members sitting there. Right? That doesn't seem like a friend to me. Seems like a narcissist. Okay, so people. True colors are being exposed. Masks are coming off. And these people that looked, nice and friendly and, they would never hurt a fly. Suddenly it's like, you notice this whole other character come out of them. And what I'm getting is, really sucks because I don't know the name, but I'm watching Luther right now. And in the very first episode, or in the very first season, there's this I don't know if he's the pathologist, or he's doing an exam on a dead girl, I think. He's the examiner anyways in season 1, and he becomes like the chief in season 2. And in season 2, you just see this different character come out of him. Like, he seems like this docile old man until suddenly he's like, what the fuck? You tell me what the fuck you need. And you're like, who the fuck is this person that just suddenly came out of you? Like, I thought you were Mrs. Docile, bitch. This doesn't seem very docile to me. Okay? That's what I'm getting. I'm getting a very Jekyll and Hyde. Right? I'm getting a very that's not who we saw last time, right? Because again, people pick up demons, okay? Like a backpack, and they put them on and they just start walking around, and they pick up these new habits and these nasty little traits and these things that make them look really fucking cocky and like assholes, and then they try to change their partners. I mean, it sucks, but when your third eye is open, you can see that shit from a mile away. If your third eye is not open, you'll start to speculate something's going on with somebody here. It kind of seems like a little light possession. It most likely is. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I really had to blow my nose. Okay. Miss Thang, if you're still in the chat, I'm not quite sure what you were talking about because I don't know what I was talking about in the channel, but from what you have written with this return to sender that you want to do, I have a little bit something better that you can do. If somebody has done something to you and you know that they've done something, okay, one thing that you can do, if this feels right, is take their picture any way that you can. Okay, block them from all social media, take their picture, and send them to God for all their crimes and actions against you. Now, if they didn't do anything, okay, nothing's going to happen to them. If they did do something, they will go to God. They will reach their judgment. Plus, you can ban them and banish them from your energy forever using God's power and protection and light and send that to him. Okay, then call back all your energy using him to guide it while it comes back to you. That is much more, I find, much more, I don't know what that word is, but like beneficial than returning to sender. Return to sender doesn't always go well, okay? Because people get so angry with that shit and then they just clap it back to you again. So I've adjusted and elevated from the old clap back situation. I just send it to God now and I let him deal with it because that's his job. That's his job. You have a duty to protect yourself. You do not have a duty to clap back on anybody, reverse magic on anybody. Your duty is just to stay in a line with your mission, and that is it. Protect yourself so you can do your mission. And anybody that fucks with you during that, God will deal with. You just tell him to deal with it. And so shall it be ×3. Elevate that consciousness of clapping back to, we're adults. Just because you sprayed my door does not mean I'm going to spray yours. It's life-changing. I'm not going to lie. It really is. Okay. I'm going to do one last reading. Oh, my window's frozen. I was wondering when that day was going to happen. God damn. No, that's fine. Okay. Whew. Psychic sweats. All right, last one. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, good, Miss Thang. All right, you're still there. All right, well, see if it works anyways. See if you get a little bit more response by adding him into the equation. You never know. Okay, here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Last message. Okay, so this is definitely for somebody doing magic. Okay. Yeah, somebody cultivating a spell. Okay. This kind of seems to be a good spell because we have a lot of witches and warlocks on this channel doing magic. Okay. So somebody sent out an intention in Sanheim, okay, to have something change, okay, for a cycle to change. Now, actually, I don't really think this is good. Now that I'm looking at it, I mean, take it how it resonates as an analogy, but I feel like somebody set an intention, manifested a spell in Sanheim for somebody to lose their prosperous cycle and stability. Some type of, look at, you say God's name enough and he shows up. There's God on the top. There's a masculine energy because we have this passion on the bottom of the deck in reverse. There's Hex. I fucking knew it. Okay, this isn't as good as what I thought it was going to be. So definitely somebody does not want you getting into a relationship. Okay, so I don't know if this is an ex-boyfriend who's doing magic on his ex-girlfriend, okay, to stop them from getting into a relationship. The thing is that they tried really hard to conceal this, but they can't conceal it anymore. The universe they got wind of it, that this person has been doing this to you. And like, when I say that they casted it up in Sanheim, it doesn't necessarily mean it was the Sanheim that just passed. Okay? Who knows what year this went up? Okay? Because this could be something that they keep igniting in their little house because it's candle magic. They're doing candle magic. And I think you keep clearing it away. Okay? But it doesn't mean that it stops them from putting it up again. It seems like you clear it away and they put it back up again. You clear it away, they put it back up again. They keep starting the cycle over and over and over again. So clearly now the universe is like, listen, someone's trying to fuck with your stability. You keep clearing it out. We need to let you know because it's possible that you feel crazy and thinking there's no way that somebody could be taking your money this much or activating you losing something this much. You've got to be crazy to be thinking that. No, you're absolutely on the money. Paranoia does not stem from nothing. When you feel paranoia, when you think that something's going on, something is going on. It's just you have to narrow it down, right? Place, like person, place, or thing, right? You have to narrow it down. Okay, where is it going on? Where is it hurting me? Why am I being activated? Why do I feel like my defenses are down? Why do I feel like I have to clear myself again? Why do I feel like I have to put my shield up again? Why isn't my money increasing? Why haven't I found a job? Okay, this person's intention is to keep you working so hard, yet getting nothing in response. This is a nasty manifestation. Like they're using cauldrons, they're using candles, like they are using wands, they're setting intentions, like they're using the dead. This is insane. And like now my nose chakra is just out of control where it's like I feel like Pinocchio, I feel like their nose is going to start to grow or it's going to get plugged up. Like they know what they're doing. They're very smart. They're not dumb. They've got you plugged up and they know that they do. They know that their magic is working against you. I don't know how they know, but they know that it's working because they're cocky. Which when you're cocky and you're doing magic, it tends to be very potent when you do magic on a high like that. Because it's really, It's not so much a high as it is a 50-50 chance of it working or not. Right? So this person's really like throwing all their fucking chips down on one, going like either it's going to work or it doesn't. Like, who the fuck plays Russian roulette with your life? Because that's what they're doing. And I don't even think that like they've got a good life. I don't think at all. If they're manifesting this disgusting spell over your life, their life can't be looking good. There's no fucking way. Or in the next couple of cycles, it's going to go down drastically. If this is something that's new, because that's the thing is, the one thing you've got to realize is like, when somebody puts karma up in the world and like does something to you, manifests something off you, steals something from you, and you lose something, always try to think of it as the positive benefit, right? Like you lost it. Okay. Now you know what loss feels like. And now you know what it feels like to want to manifest it again and how hard you're willing to manifest it again. Because if you didn't really want it and it got stolen, then you can kind of be like, yeah, whatever, I didn't really want it. But if it really wanted it and it got stolen, then you're like, okay, motherfuckers, we increase in security now. We're getting this done again, and no one's getting through this time, right? There's suddenly an increase of security here once somebody realizes, hey, yeah, by the way, there's no guarantee that what you have is safe ever. Well, because that's the thing is like spirit can't be biased. Like they have to allow magic to be formed in a way that reveals the caster's intention, right? Just like prison. We can't stop people from breaking the law. All we can do is say, by the way, this is a law. If you do it, you're going to go to jail. Magic. You know you're not supposed to put black magic out there. You know you're not supposed to cast against other people. You know you're not supposed to do this. Why would you? Why would you be allowed to cast magic against other people? But we can't stop it because magic is universal, right? We trust the casters. We trust the intention of the person casting that they're going to do the right thing with that. That's why we have the wicked red. We have these things written down, just like the Fifth Amendment, you know, like thou shalt not steal or kill or lie or obstruct justice or fuck around. You have the right to that, right? And you're protected under that. So it's the same as magic. You're protected under the laws of it, which means if you go against it, you're casting under suspicious behavior, and suspicious behavior gets investigated and looked at and possibly prosecuted, right? Like, okay, so yesterday, you know how I was talking about how if a soul wants to reincarnate around you, they will choose an animal? I read what you wrote about that, and you said, if any souls go into animals, that's so sad. But one thing you have to realize, Danny, a soul will not jump into an animal if it doesn't want to. All souls, right? All animals have souls attached to them, right? Souls are universal. If they want to go in an animal, they will. If they want to be in a person and they can, they will, right? It's not a matter of children's souls are going into animals because the people are stealing the seeds. It's the opposite. It's more like souls can go anywhere. And if you don't want children, but souls still want to manifest around you, then you might accumulate 10 or 15 dogs because of how many people want to hang out with you, right? It's ancestral, it's divine, it's old connections, it's the Two of Cups situations, it's twin flames, it's energy, right? So of course, if they want to be with you, I mean, who wouldn't want to be in a dog? Like, what do you think is in a dog? They're not just floating around, like a robot. Of course they have a soul, right? And that soul one day might decide it wants to become a child. Like after you lived your life as a person, not everybody wants to come back as a person. And after my uncle died, my aunt was sitting at the window and a bald eagle came right to her window and sat there for 3 hours. Bald eagles don't come and sit at my aunt's window. And she goes, that's my husband. So if people believe that their passed on loved ones visit them in bird simulation, then that's a soul occupying a temple to come and visit you to say hello. That by no means is punishable, right? So try to I wasn't, I just noticed that it seemed like you really took offense to it. Like, wow, fuck you, universe. But I mean, if all these animals around us didn't have souls, I don't think they'd be able to function. They would be nightmare dogs from like Reservoir Evil, like Resident Evil, like they'd be running around skinless, right? They need souls. They need people to want to be in those souls to take over those bodies, right? So, well, you have to be the one that stops it, right? That's the thing. That's why I say, like, if you think someone's casting on you, if you think somebody is doing something to your energy, then first of all, you need to block your social media. If you have it, you need to show that you do not want this person a part of your life by blocking them. Then you do your magic, right? Protecting yourself and banishing people from your energy means that when they cast, that energy goes somewhere else and not you, right? But some people want to cast against you every single fucking day, depending on the job that you're in and the work that you do and the mission that you're attached to, is how greedy people are going to be and how angry that you're doing it when they want to do it. So they want to destroy it for you so then they can come and do it, right? So that's why you protect yourself. You banish people from using your energy. You cast your light with, source or God, whatever you use. And you banish them indefinitely for getting into your aura. You can't stop people from casting, and you can't expect the universe to stop people from casting. People need to know their wrongs and their rights. It's the same with children. I mean, babies don't come out knowing everything right. They have to do things wrong in order to notice, hey, by the way, you're in this world. You touch that, you're going to get burned if it's hot, right? Same with the fucking, universal language of witches and warlocks, right? You cast to burn, you're going to get burned back. We have to. That's why, how many innocent souls get hurt every day because of somebody's careless actions? That's the same with magic. Somebody's careless actions with magic hurt people around them that are innocent souls. They must learn. They must learn their consequences to their actions, right? If there's no consequences, if they can't perform the actions to receive the consequences, it's almost like, how do you find out what's wrong and right? Well, honestly, you say that kind of stuff to just you know what I mean? Because you say that now, but once you pass, you might want to be that animal. You might want to suddenly jump into that bird and go fly away, right? So just always just try to stay, as open to the possibilities, right? No closed doors, open avenues. I'm not saying that like I know for sure what happens and like this is exactly the way that it goes, but I'm the way that I channel with spirit and the way that I talk with spirit does not let me down in any way, right? So I mean, quite frankly, it's all about trust, right? If you can trust, then believe that there's a lot of possibilities out there and that your soul is divine and it's weightless and airless and it has a job, and you might want to be able to do that job any way that you can. And if to take the possibility of ever being in another temple, don't restrict yourself like that, right? It's like saying that, you only drink water. Well, what if water is not available, right? Would you say only water? Well, it might kill you because there might not be none, right? So anyways, just a fun fact to float on sometimes, don't cry. It's almost like we have to leave doors open. We can't leave them all open, but we can't leave doors closed either, right? But we also can't survive with only doors being open. So, I mean, it's just whatever, you are feeling, and jam with. Whatever you're jamming with, man, you know? Too sweet. 105.42. Okay. People. I have one last reading inside of me. Then I have to go for reals, for reals. So I'm going to do one more. All right, here we go. Whoa. Okay, so what I'm getting is I feel like there's an ending coming for somebody. Now, this is a pretty bad person, okay? We have somebody's being escorted out of your life that is completely toxic. Okay? Toxicity can be in very many ways. It's just an analogy, so take it if it resonates. Okay? Somebody's being escorted out of your life that's completely toxic, that has been warned to back off and leave you alone, and they won't do it. They want to poison you. And no matter how many times it doesn't work, they just keep trying and keep trying. So now it's one of those things like, okay, now the universe is like, okay, you want to try to kill somebody once, whatever, it's not going to work. Try your time, but you're going to get charged with it. Then they tried it again. Okay? So, hold on, I'll come back to that. It's like now they're saying that you can defend yourself now. Or somebody is defending you. Okay? Because whatever this poison, somebody, I think, wants you to die, which is why they keep poisoning. I don't know if this poison is like, if they're trying to poison your food, if they're trying to poison your brain, if they're trying to poison everybody around you, if they're trying to turn people against you, whatever it is, they want to stop you from doing something. They want to end it right here. They want to continue, and they want you to stop. But you don't, the world doesn't work that way. Because they want you to do something, it does not just mean you're going to bend over and just do whatever they want, okay? Because from the looks of it, they want you to die, and it's cemetery gates in reverse. You're like, that's nice. I don't want to die, so I'm not going to, okay? Plain and simple. And then fear in reverse. There's no fear about it, okay? This isn't false evidence. These people want you to die, and they just don't want you to come around anymore. And guess what? They don't get to decide that. Okay, so now there's been some type of eyewitness that has saw them possibly spiking your drink, putting something in your drink so you get violently ill. Okay, and then leave. They won't back off. They won't leave you alone. They're going to keep trying and trying and trying until the universe has to step in. That's the thing, is eventually the universe will step in. I mean, it has to. There it is. God eventually shows up, right? But you have to fight back. It's your life, right? You can't expect other people to fight back for you, right? And you just sit there. So somebody is not going to like being escorted from your life, and like now God's asking them to leave. Okay? And he's not asking anymore. He's telling them they have to leave. This is when the building comes down because they won't get out of it, so then you can rebuild on that property. It's a bully. Just because you're sitting there thinking that you can hold space and time doesn't necessarily mean that the universe, aka God, is just going to allow that type of behavior, because he'll gang up with Mother Nature and try to stop those two. Yeah, right. Truth cuts deep, exactly. He's going to use her to fuel his fire. Of course, they're a team. They work hand in hand. Okay, so somebody has been seriously interrupted, okay, in listening to something on their little shoulder tell them that you're the problem. You are not the problem. It's a lie. They're trying to get money. It's always money. I mean, if it's not sex, it's fucking money every time. I don't know if they think they're going to get some money. They think you're worth money, so they're trying to kill you off. Maybe this is an inheritance. They think that if they kill you off, they poison you off, they're going to get your money because now grandpa doesn't see you, right? They can persuade him, maybe slip him a little something, get him to change his will, get him to reiterate like where he's going to put his money when he dies, blah, blah, blah. That's pretty sad, actually. Manipulative. It's manipulative. That's what it is. There's cold, health and safety, and narcissist. I couldn't make this up if I tried, people. Okay. Fucking narcissist. One-sided, obnoxious idiot. Okay. Health and safety in reverse with cold. This person has, honestly, they're about to take a health and safety turn for the worst. And I feel like it's going to happen in the cold season. Because of how much they poisoned you. What do you think is going to happen to them if they put so much of that arsenic out? They're going to be eating it themselves because they're going to forget that they put it in everybody's drinks, and then they're going to start drinking it themselves. Okay? They're trying to poison you out of a home or out of a hearth, right? Out of a warmness of a home, right? Maybe they're trying to take your family away from you. Maybe they're treating you like the sheep. They don't want you around. You're the weird one. You need to go away with your weird friends and your weird way of life and blah, blah, blah. Okay, of course, it's a narcissist. You're living a life that somebody doesn't understand. They're not comfortable with the fact that they don't understand. So they attack your character and expect you to leave because you're bringing something into the family that's enlightening. Something that's going to help change people. They're dark. They're evil. They don't want to change anything. They want you gone. You might as well be, this is like an anointed walking in, okay, to this hell, okay? Some people don't really want to be in hell. Maybe some people want to be in the light. So you walk in as the beacon of light and go, hey, everybody, it's okay to like me. It's okay to smile. It's okay to be nice. And this person is like, fuck you. No, it's not. No, it's not. I hate everybody here. We all hate each other. Nobody likes each other here. What the fuck? And you're like, actually, but you can, right? Being the essence of something that people want to kill you for is incredible. Okay? Because your haters, that's like literally killing a light on earth, which they do. They do a lot, actually, to be honest. It kind of seems like the anointed are God's punching bag. But yes and no, right? Because we get put here and people take punches, and there's supposed to be people that are around watching that are supposed to stop it. But then nobody does. So then he gets involved and he fucking, torches the place. He gets people arrested. He breaks bones. Okay? He comes in with tornadoes and fucking takes your house. Right? I'm kind of getting a sense of like, go, go, go. Kind of getting a sense of like, there's another eyeball right there. I'm telling you, somebody saw something. Okay. Or they see something now that this person is segregating you and poisoning you because they just don't like you. That's not a good enough reason. That means you didn't give them any reason. You're just you. And some people who shine and are very bright, okay, those dark people fucking hate you when you come in, right? Of course, they don't know what it's like to smile and be open-hearted. They want to go into the back and smoke a cigarette and fuck something and then take a fucking shot and go kill themselves and play Russian roulette. Okay, they don't know what love is. They don't know what being genuine is. They don't know what shining is and being this big old buckshot light that people fucking, come to, right? They're used to being in the shadows where they scare people and go, hey, come into the dark and come hang out with me. Creepy, ew, no. I'm going to stay in the light with all my homies, okay? Called angels. They're gonna play with your demons and your little demon friends in your cemetery. Yeah, actually, I want to make it home tonight. Thanks. Okay. So I don't know. Somebody's not gonna get their wish if what they wished for was for you to die on Christmas. Well, you're still here, and guess what? They're on a slippery slope now themselves. Because their natural instincts to come and fight you. Look at Lover in reverse. They were not supposed to do that. They were not supposed to just come and try to start poisoning you because they didn't like you. Like, I don't know how to say it. Thanks, but keep your arsenic at home, Aunt Shirley, because I don't want to eat it today because you don't want me around. Like, families are the worst. When people get murdered, where do they go to first? Family and friends. Family and friends. Because it's always somebody that the motherfucker knows. It's black, it's white. Look at how these colors are. They're actually opposite, eh? The past, ghost. I'm telling you, they're going to die. There's the ghost of them right there. Honestly, tell everybody about my readings because my readings are the goddamn best. I'm the best. I've been doing this for 13 years. It's my lucky number 13 year. Well, 2026 will be my lucky number 13th year. Delusional ghost. Like, they really are just somebody hiding in the shadows. Delusional, thinking that people want to go hide in the shadows with them. Like, thanks. No. No, don't want to come play with you, Satan. Not coming into that dark closet with you. Creepy. Okay, any last words of advice? Whoa, okay. Definitely something going on here. 911. What the fuck? This came up twice today. Hex again. Ghost of Christmas Past. Hey, we did do a Scrooge reading. Okay, they're queens from deck. If you go back and look at the lives, about a week ago or 2 weeks ago, I did a reading live and it's called Scrooged. And it is about the ghosts of Christmas, past, present, and future. Okay, I just thought of that now. You might like that video. That was a good reading, actually, because people's ghosts are coming back to haunt them. And look at money again showed up. Okay, so there's two cards of money in 300 card deck. 2 money came down. Okay, so riddle me that. And then 911 emergency with hex, torture, caution, and then a new path with copycat. Okay, so not only these people were cautioned when they hexted you. Okay, so basically what I'm getting is this energy started quite a while ago. And when they first sent this hex out to you, something bad happened to them. Okay, and they were hurt really bad. And that was supposed to stop them from ever doing it again. And they did it again. Okay, that's why their delusional ass is like, yo, you did it again? Like, not only, oh yeah, we got the double I, okay, the double I and the double money. Like, what did somebody watch somebody do to your money because they don't like you? Drama queen. This motherfucker right here. This stupid bitch right here. There's the, I told you Mother Nature was going to come in. There's the perfect storm. 3 tornadoes that come together and cause a hurricane. Hurricane of emotion. And then 2 weed cards. I'm not even lying. Look at this. Blaze one for the nation and the peace pipe. As you can see, I made 2 decks and then I put them together as one huge mega deck. And that's why we have doubles, right? Double money, double witness, double peace pipe. There's always a peace pipe in every deck. There's always a money sign. There's always a witness. So the fact that we have 3 sets of doubles here, I really like. Okay, that's 222. That's spiritual. That's divine. I'm going to look that up. I've been having a really hard time with my internet recently. And then I read on the internet, while having a problem with the internet, that a lot of other people have been having problems with the internet as well. So I don't know if it's going to let me look up what 222 means. Come on, do it. Come on. Let me look it up. 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 Oh, it's an angel number. We've been talking about angels this whole time. It's loading. Oh my gosh. Angel number 222 signifies balance, harmony, faith, and being on the right path. The path is right here. Wow. What an affirmation. Encouraging you to trust the unfolding journey, maintain a positive mindset, and cooperate in relationships, suggesting your efforts in love, career, or spiritual growth will align and bring good fortune. It's a message to stay patient, work with others, and believe in your intuition as things manifest. Wow. There's a plan. The universe has a plan for you. And that's the thing is, please believe the universe always has a plan. Breathe, relax, trust the journey. Okay? If you are following your path, believe that something is going to happen good for you. Especially, actually, let's read what the results are. Because there was a definition for money, and money is here twice. Signifies success and collaborative projects and teamwork. So let's try 222. Money number. Oh, it's just giving me the numerology. It's the same thing. You're entering a stable financial phase. Trust your path. And positive collaboration will lead to abundance. Promising your needs will be met as you stay balanced and focused on your goals. So there is a lot of stability here with this number. Trust the process, stay positive, believe in financial harmony, and that success is on its way. with balanced living and focused effort. So, and I mean, with God here, believe obviously that whoever has chosen to do this to you, to steal your money, for somebody to be watching them do it as they poison everybody and poison you and get you out of whatever this is, you the whole time, if you smoke weed, this is the analogy. You don't actually have to smoke weed, but what the analogy would be is as these people are literally rummaging through your purse, stealing things, putting poison in your drinks, okay? Literally, you're just sitting there and watching them do it. That's it, right? And this is why we say in life to be patient, because there is so much wrong that has been done to you that's why in life there's periods of stasis where you just don't move. You just stay put because energy has to catch up because you've been held back, right? Money's got to catch up because it's been stolen, right? You can't move every day always expecting results because results come slow. But as long as you trust the process and you work at it every day, right? It's almost like I always get told to take a day off, take a day off, take a day off. And I'm like, I'm okay with working every day. I'm not burnt out. I'm not, right? Because I do my work the way that I can do it without getting burnt out, right? When you know yourself, you know how you work. So in a period of stasis where you can't move because you're allowing something so imbalanced to make itself right, which you have no say in, it doesn't have anything, it has everything to do with you, but yet nothing for you to do at all, right? That's why there's a lot of artists out there that go through these periods of zero, like no writing, no creating, no, right? Because they have to allow the balance of what's been taken to be restored. And if you're putting things out too much and you don't have the resources, then you're going to burn out. And somebody really wants you to burn out, right? But you have fuel. Okay, now they want you to burn your fuel at a higher temperature. Then your fuel will burn faster, right? You see how this person has gotten into your life to almost get your money to burn faster by increasing the temperature. So this person has done quite a bit of damage in your life. They have a third ear interference. Their schizophrenia is attached to very nasty energies that fill their head up with very bad thoughts about you. And actually, okay, so there's this restaurant in my town, and I don't know what I personally did to this man in this life if I did something, but there is this manager who fucking hates me. And every time he sees me, he is so rude to me. And he works at one of the most successful restaurants in this town that I tried to get into for over 2 years. Every time I went to put in a resume, he was there. Every time I passed in a resume, he read my resume and repeated the same things about the first job that I had and the fact that that's where he lives. I was like, this is a simulation. You are. And so finally, I took a picture of this restaurant where this manager fucking works, and I did a little fucking spell. Okay? And I did my little thing, and I took his little picture, and I fucking sent it away. I'm done with these people taking my money, taking my relationships, taking my jobs. Okay? And I'm not saying this to be racist at all, but the motherfucker's a foreigner, barely even speaks English, and he's telling me I can't work there in my own country? Motherfucker's got a visa. He's got to go back soon. That is infuriating. When somebody, and I'm not saying this by any means to be like, racist or we can't have people. I mean, I love culture, okay? But the fact that a person who's not even supposed to be in this country tells me that I'm not allowed to work somewhere when in a year he's going to be gone? It's just, it's like,
And like I said, I'm not racist. It's not like I want all the foreigners to leave. I never said that, but it's just like, how is that possible? What has happened in this world that people who are not even allowed to be here can tell you that you can't make money here? Born and raised, I fucking grew up in this soil. Okay? It's just infuriating, because when collective gets fucked around like this, that's where these things are created, right? Because it's all these little storms that are created in your mind that come together that, okay, people, there's a nickname for me in this town. Me and my sister apparently have a nickname, and people call us the Doom Crew. The Doom Crew. Or the Doom Squad. It's either the Doom Squad or the Doom Crew. And what's very weird about that situation, I think okay, is it Doom Squad? I think that's what they call us anyways. And it's true. When my sister and I get put into a situation, we dismantle it. We, since getting back into town, have shut down 3 of my sister's ex-husband's businesses. 3. He only has 2 left. And soon there'll only be 1. Okay? You want to do magic to people who have fucked you over? Like I said, send it to God. He loves when you send him things to do. I mean, surprisingly, he is kind of bored. You know, like people call on him a lot and stuff, but for the most part, you know, they call on archangels. They call on, you know, source. They, you know, not everybody calls in God. Not everybody believes in him. I only just started believing him like the other day. Okay. I'm just kidding, but you know what I mean? Right. So like, I mean, he's kind of bored. What do you think these archangels and heaven and all this, what do you think they're doing? They're like, I mean, their whole point is to help us, but it's not like they're in the sky with binoculars fucking watching what everybody's, you know, doing. I mean, they're just waiting for you to call them up and be like, hey, by the way, can you come and help me? Because like, I'm sure you're sitting on your ass doing nothing, and like, no offense, but oh my God, there was this time where I ate mushrooms because like when my third was opening, I did a lot of micro dosing with mushrooms, and it like really helped like my third eye and everything open so that I could see in between dimensions. And I was living in this place with a couple of my friends, and we had this incredible backyard. It was huge. Okay. So I microdosed, and everybody knows with microdosing, you have to increase your dosage, obviously. So I got pretty big piece, but again, I wasn't high by any means. I was sitting in the backyard. I did a lot of painting back there too in the summer, and I was growing weed plants, so I could smell the plants and I would paint, and I was laying down and I looked up, and I swear to fucking God, there was a staircase in front of me made in the clouds. Okay. It started off this like wide staircase, and it limbered up, and there was a man laying down. Okay. Looked like Fabio, long hair. Okay. Like blowing in the wind. Okay. He's laying at the top with his legs out like this and staring right at me. And I was like, okay. You know, I thought, I'm crazy, right? So I closed my eyes, and I'm like, there's no stairs in the sky. I don't know what I'm seeing, but it's not stairs in the sky. And I don't know, I closed my eyes for like maybe a minute or so. I opened my eyes back up again, and it's still in the sky. And you know how fast clouds move, okay? It's still in the sky, and he's still laying there staring at me. Okay, and it's huge. I mean, it stretches a mile across the sky. It was incredible. Like it was the biggest thing I ever fucking seen in my life. And I'm getting that vision all of a sudden now where I'm like, you know, like, yes, they're up there, but no, they're not just watching you, you know, like, no, they're not just, you know, like they can't notice everything. It's impossible for them to know what people are doing in their houses, right? It's not like Dumbledore on a card. You can't just ask him to come for a second and then leave, right? Doesn't always work that way. Okay, so whoever these eyes are, okay, two eyes that caught them doing something, it's almost like they finally said something, you know, like they finally got caught red-handed, okay, doing like, you know, putting the poison in your cup. And I was watching this, there was, again, I don't know if these things are staged or not, but there was a chick who went on a date with a guy. No, she wasn't. She was actually just sitting at a restaurant by herself. I don't know why she was recording. And the guy didn't know that she was recording. Obviously, she didn't say anything. And he got her to look somewhere. And when she had her back turned, he put something in her drink right away. And she looked at the footage at the table. I don't know, and like threw up right away. She was at some foreign resort in Costa Rica or something, and I mean, honestly, like, be careful. I mean, we always had that saying back in the day, like, you never leave your drink and unattended and come back and drink it. Okay, spend $10 and get another one. Okay, or bring it into the fucking stall with you. Put it in your purse. I don't care. Don't fucking leave your drinks unattended. Okay, don't leave your food unattended. Don't leave anything unattended. Have a spotter. Okay, and you know, try to travel in groups of 3, because then if somebody has to go to the bathroom, then the other people aren't alone. You know, groups of 3 or 4. Okay, because something positive is coming. I mean, there's a whole new path. Things are happening. You know, energy is moving. There's Brandon Lee. Okay, Avenge is acting out. There's a lot of avenge that has to come back. You know, there's a lot of revenge that is going to be set loose. There's going to be, you know, relationships coming back and people coming back into your life, and so much lost time. And 2026 is going to be almost like, I almost feel like 2025, between 2020 and 2025 was like, if this was a movie, it would be The Lost World, you know, because everybody got lost and off path and off balance, and so many spells got casted, and so many people were so scared as to what was going to happen, and they held on to things and they did things that they, you know, because they acted out of fear, right? Now I kind of feel like from 2026 to probably 2030 is going to be, you know, Lost World finds hope, you know, like, right? All those who are lost don't necessarily, you know, all those who wander are not always lost, right? And maybe you've been wandering, not lost, wandering, but kind of going like, I don't really want to wander anymore. Like, I kind of don't really want to be like out here on the streets anymore. I kind of want to be I want to be an indoor girl now. You know, I don't want to be out there anymore, right? So I think a lot of things are going to change. What was that question that you had, Miss Thang, before? I think you said something about how do you no, I can't, unfortunately. Sorry, Danny. You know, I am going to design a deck one day, but those decks that I have are just marker, and they're awful. I would never redo that for anybody, but I am going to get a deck going, hopefully, and sell it one day. I would love to do that. My sister loves these cards. They're like her favorite tarot cards in the world. Look at that, Santa Claus right in the bottom of the deck versus Satan. And I also have these cards that I did as well. These are laminated. These are the double-sided ones. I love these ones. And then these ones I did. These ones I could probably print, but I can't really shuffle them very well, so I don't use them very well. They're the collage cards that I did. I can't shuffle them well. Oh, yeah, and I have these cards that I did as well. I have so many decks that I've done. These just regular cards that I put shit on too, that I would definitely release as well. But all in time, everybody. I know. I love the cards. That's why and these cards that I'm still working on with the 7 deadly sins and shit. Scam. Oh yeah, there's greed. I love greed. That's like almost one of my favorite ones. I love these cards too. Sloth, lust, vanity. I still haven't even finished this deck yet. I'm still working on this deck. I would love to print these ones, but I always feel like I can do better. I'm one of those people. I'm like the biggest critic of myself. Like all I do is critique myself. It's quite sad, to be honest. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, so maybe we'll get those released one day. Anyways, Miss Thang, I couldn't find your question. I think it was something to do with like, how do you banish? Yes, I am Canadian, by the way. I can't find your question. Okay, can your spirit team stop the spell from hitting you? Yeah, I think so. Because I mean, think about it. There's a lot of bad energy just from you walking around in public. Somebody can throw you evil eye, right? And if you have your team there and you have your soul, then by all means, I think there's a lot of negativity that could hit you on a daily basis that doesn't, because either you're too elevated for it and they try to hit you with something and you don't even hear it, you don't even see it. You know those situations where you could be at work or something, have a conversation with somebody, and then you go back, you think about it when you get home, and then you're like, wait a second, that person like totally, disrespect me right to my face and I didn't even notice. Yes. And that's how spirit defends you too. That's how spirit can protect you, is when a fight happens at your front door, you don't even know it's happening because you're not supposed to react to somebody else's overreaction or spell towards how they feel about you. Just because somebody feels a certain way, they think that if they hate you, then you should hate them. Oh, come spar me, come fucking challenge me. And it's like, no, bitch. Like, I'm gonna lock my door now, right? Like if you're a spirit team, if it's so low, okay, that you can't even feel it, then it's bottom barrel bullshit that by all means your spirit team has made you avoid altogether. And like most times you'll avoid it yourself because you'll know that something's about to happen. Your soul will know something's about to happen and you'll just leave. You'll just be like, whoa, something stinks. And you'll walk away. Like once you got your third eye in check and you understand where anxiety comes from and where paranoia comes from because you're grounded, you'll realize how much people try to put on you and try to get you feeling a certain way. That's their black magic. That's their bullshit, right? As soon as you're grounded, you got your pants tied up and your fucking boots shined up, fucking they can't touch you. They think they can. And don't think that they won't try to slingshot that fucking rock right at your face, but then all of a sudden there's spirit and a car drives by and it goes through that person's window instead, right? Like throwing stones doesn't always get you hit, right? There's interference. And for once, interference, there has to be interference where it can be used as a crime, but it can also be used to save you. Right? So, I mean, there was this one time I was at a hockey game and this guy on the rink just decided to take a slap shot into the crowd, and this fucking puck was coming at my face 80 miles an hour, and my sister just put her hand up. And the puck hit her right on the edge of her hand just enough to get it just to go past my face. I made it on TV and everything. I got to go down and meet the hockey team, and They all thought it was this huge, the guy got suspended for taking a slap shot into the crowd for no fucking reason. I mean, it was ridiculous. Like, why did my sister put her hand up? I mean, we still talk about that. My third eye wasn't open. I was like 20 years old. She was like 22. I don't even know why fuck you, Oshawa. We went to go see an Oshawa Generals game, and I don't even know why we went. It was stupid. And then motherfucker takes a slap shot at my face. Like, who the fuck does that? He didn't know me. I don't even think he could see me. And we were in nosebleeds. So riddle me that. I mean, nosebleeds on the first section, Anyways, I don't know, man. I don't know how it works, but it just does. So yes, I fully believe that your spiritual badass team, so a lot of times, never let that energy touch you. But in other times, if it's something that somebody needs to learn, like you need to learn what you just did, then fucking right, you're going to get hit. But you're not going to get killed, and you're most likely going to be insured, meaning you'll have insurance on it. It won't cost you anything, right? But unfortunately, just because we're anointed, it doesn't take us out of being alive and normal, right? Like normal thing, like basic things happen. It's not like doesn't make you a bad person just because somebody accidentally rear ends you when it's black ice, right? You're not a horrible person. It's just sometimes bad timing, right? You're not immune, but you're not going to get killed, if that helps. So 1:46:56. I cannot believe we have gone live for this long. We never go live for this long. Well, we haven't for a while anyways. So anyways, I hope it resonated. I hope there was something in there that you all got if you needed it. I will be back tomorrow with the readings. All right. Peace out. Thank you so much for being here. Danny, love you. Sarah, nice to see you back. Miss Thang, good to meet you. All right, everybody else in the chat, obviously, if I missed you, thanks for being here. Thank you for subscribing. Send your telepathic questions in my way, okay? So then Sarah can answer them for you, okay? And, thanks so much. Thanks for liking the video. Thanks for subscribing, and we will be back another day, all right? Peace, word to your mothers, and be safe out there.